All right, here in round 3, we've got the choice again, which is awesome. Let's see, 2-lander. Yeah, this is worth keeping. We've got a 2-drop. We have a couple 2-drops. This is actually just a keep. I mean, we could, miss some land drops, which is possible, but I feel like we've still got enough tempo where this is certainly worthy of keeping. I mean, we could just draw lands too, and this hand becomes absolutely insane. We get to go, if we draw lands, we get to go Sage, Morph Ambusher, Prowler, maybe. We did draw the first land, which is nice, so we'll go Sage. Which is a good card. I do like the Sage. I like that you can bluff so well with it, because your opponent never wants to block it. Which is why it's such a great bluff card. I mean, theoretically, I could play the Lurkers. Let me think about this. Can attack first, of course. So if I play the motivation to play the Ambusher is, I'm going to go Lurkers. This might be incorrect, but it presents an interesting question. If he doesn't play a creature here, it's much better, I think. If he does play a creature here, I still can go Ambusher and basically get rid of it for a turn, which is also good. Oh, geez, and then we get a Heel Cutter. Interesting. I think I'm going to go Summit Prowler pass. I'm trying to get the most use out of my Heel Cutter, essentially. Could have actually cast the Heel Cutter, but I definitely like having the Summit Prowler more. I also have Crater's Claws at a good point at the moment. Salt Road Patrol. So basically just a little Outlast deck, which is fine. All right. So this is good, actually. Okay. Play the Highlands. I think I'm just gonna offer the trade with my Heel Cutter. So I'm gonna dash. We're gonna stop the Salt Road Patrol from blocking, and I'm gonna get in with everything but the Morph, because I feel like the Morph is kind of an easy block for him. But if he blocks the Sage, I don't really care. So if I go like this, these 3, turn off the Patrol. He's pretty strongly motivated to block the Heel Cutter. And like I said, he may have been tempted to block the Morph, which I think I don't want him to do. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty obvious trade choice. He does take 5 damage. We've still got the Ambusher and a Crater's Claws, which is quite nice. I mean, the Morph trades with the Salt Road Patrol too, which is also nice. It's interesting. Maybe a Death Frenzy? Although Death Frenzy's not even that good in this spot. Oh, okay. He just wanted to get the Outlast. That's okay. Savage Knuckleblade. Wow. That's good too. I mean, doesn't stop the Saddle Brute, but... So I could just Crater's Claws Saddle Brute. I can also Ambusher, reveal Knuckleblade. Morph Ambusher, reveal Knuckleblade, turn off Saddle Brute, swing for 7. Take him to 9. I kind of like that. Because then he's going to go... I feel like he's going to go Ultra Defense after that. So I feel like this is going to be the... I mean, alternatively, I can play Knuckleblade and Ambusher. But... Or just Crater's Claws as Saddle Brute, but Crater's Claws is going to get much better as a finisher here. So let's play the Ambusher. Let's reveal the Knuckleblade. Get rid of the Saddle Brute. Get in for a lot of damage. So we get in for 7, taking him to 9. Alternatively, I could have just swung with my Morph, but I feel like he just blocks and it eats up my turn. So I don't like that. I do feel like he's likely to go defense here. I guess he doesn't have to. We currently can Creator's Claws for 6, which means we are... I mean, if he's... We're close to lethal. Let's see what he casts. Ooh, Dagatar is a good card. No swings, which does make sense. Ooh, Whisk Away too? Jeez, that's pretty solid. I do kind of wish I could do both. So let me see. I can Creator's Claws now, but I don't really like that. I kind of just want to play Savage Knuckleblade, I think. I also want to unmorph my Lurkers, but... Well, I guess that's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, actually. I can leave my morph... I can unmorph at the end of his turn. Or Whisk Away. And then next turn I can Knuckleblade with haste. That's not bad either. Then I have a 5-2, a 4-3, 4-4. But then I guess I can't pump it. He's got the 4-5, which is... And he's got Feat of Resistance mana up at the moment. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to play Knuckleblade and pass. We're currently 3 lands from being able to just Creator's Claws kill him. There's a chance I just get in with everything next turn to possibly present lethal damage. Well, he gets a couple more blockers here. And he's got the token movement, or the counter movement rather, at his disposal. I certainly don't mind going into the late game a bit here. Snowhorn Rider is yet another threat, which is pretty good. Let's see. I swing with Knuckleblade. He moves a counter here. I can pump, or here I can pump. Let's see what he does if I swing with Knuckleblade. He's probably motivated to double block, maybe? I'm not sure. Like, he can double block with Saddle Brute and Salt Road Patrol. Does make me wish I had a 6th mana, but getting rid of the Saddle Brute is fine. If I had a 6th mana, I could... Yeah, that'd be better, but this is okay. I mean, the Saddle Brute is really what is holding me back currently, too. I guess Salt Road Patrol does to a certain extent, but it doesn't stop the Prowler the same way the Saddle Brute does, because it's only got 2 power, whereas the Saddle Brute can you know, straight up kill the thing. So let's pump our Savage Blade. I mean, I could just back out of this situation and bounce my Savage Knuckle Blade, but that's okay. I guess he could play Feet here. Or Awaken the Bear. Well, he has tricks, so I can't do much about that. So we deal 6 to it. 2 cards left in hand. So I could Crater's Claws it. I'm not really too enthusiastic about that plan. I think we're just going to let that happen. I'd rather get to the point where I can just kill him with a Crater's Claws. Or just, you know, hard cast a Snowhorn Rider is good too. So he got to trade and Awaken the Bear for a Savage Knuckle Blade, which is absolutely a fantastic trade for him, especially compounded by the fact that I had to pay 3 mana to pump my Knuckle Blade as well. But yeah, I mean, that happens. I would have been content with the Saddle Brute trade. That's interesting. And a morph. Okay. Did get a land. I think we're gonna just stay back this turn, leave up Whisk Away. Could swing with this, but I don't like if he blocks with Sandstep Outcast, I guess. Let's just stay back. It's okay. We're very close to killing him with Crater's Claws. Just a couple lands away at this point, so we'll probably see how he attacks, do some blocks, maybe try and Whisk Away. All right, not going to Whisk Away a 2/2 token. We can afford to take that for now. No plays. All right, so now we'll unmorph our Lurkers just so we have just get that mana out of the way, have a slightly better defense. It's hard cast our Snowhorn Rider. Now we're just a land away from killing him as well, which makes me feel more confident. Could just move all the counters to the Spirit. Willy Loxodon? Alright. Willy Loxodon's a big dude. Like I said, we're a land away from winning with Crater's Claws. Alright. Okay. 1 card left in his hand. And land and we win. Monastery Siege should help us get to that point. We also have Whisk Away up in case stuff gets super hairy here. Could have actually I should probably just swung with Sage to just see if I draw a land, but that's okay. I think we can survive one more turn here. If he has Name Escapes Me, 3 mana attack and everything has to block it, at least we have the Whisk Away. Roar of Challenge, I think. All right, take our 3. definitely want him to play his last card. Okay, Outlast. Good, good, good. So now we just need to draw a land off the Siege. I guess it does have to be an untapped one, but see if we can do that. No land, huh? All right. Well, let's ditch the right into being, I guess. Let's swing with our Sage. Still can't get it, huh? So I've got 7 lands, which means, yeah, I think we're just going to Cunning Strike the Dagatar. One, two, three, 4, 5. And then we're going to Will of the Naga. There's our land. Then on his turn, we'll Will of the Naga, tapping the Spirit token in the Loxodon. And that should buy us the turn we need to Crater's Claws him out. Well, him being tapped out is a pretty awesome sign. Alright, so we'll discard a land, and Crater's Claws him out. Steel game 1. So our opponent is Abzan. It's a good looking deck. He's got a lot of Outlast. Well, yeah, he's got a lot of Outlast. Salt Road Patrol is going to perform well for him. But I mean, we have Bounce. He does have cheap stuff too. His deck looks good. His deck looks very good. Good tricks. I guess we didn't see much removal from him. We just saw the Awaken the Bear. Dagatar is a big threat. I want to play with this guy one of these days. I love this dude. 4/4 Vigilance for 4. I mean, that's some hyper efficiency in itself. And then compound that with his sweet ability that I discovered the hard way can steal your opponent's +1/+1 counters, which is also insane. I don't think we have too many +1. We don't have +1/+1 counter guys, thankfully. I still don't have much of a sideboard. I could do cancel. I could do the cancel legitimately here. I don't think that's out of the question since he seems to have slightly more expensive stuff, but that's not even necessarily true. I mean, the Smoldering Efreets are going to be less impressive on the draw here. I actually am. I think I might want to, on the draw, I kind of want to swap a Efreet for a Skuldkin, just because he's got the multiple really good ground blockers. I'd rather have an evasive guy. Like, the Summit Prowlers are even significantly worse against the 2/5s. So that could end up being an issue, but we do have the Snowhorn Riders, which are quite good against everything we saw of his, whether it be the 2/5s or the 4/5 Saddle Brutes. I'm trying to think if on the draw I just want to ditch the Efreet plan. Completely, but I still kind of want to keep some aggressiveness going here because Heel Cutter still helps a lot. All right, I guess we'll try it like this. I mean, the only flyer we saw out of him was the spirit token, but I guess we also did see a long shot squat out of him too. But we'll see if that makes the difference. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Sand seems pretty good. Got some cheap creatures. We don't have our green yet, but it's a good draw. So I think we just open with the Sage. And got an Efreet too. That's interesting. I actually think I go Efreet instead. Because if he plays Tuskguard Captain either way, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, okay. Well, turns out to not matter. So, hey, that was a good draw. So we get in for 2. We get to play a Warname Aspirant. So I think we're going to get some relatively good tempo here. Because he's likely playing Salt Road Patrol next turn, which means we go Ambusher or no play. That's interesting. So he's got Dowsing Gloom, maybe? No play. So is he going to Death Frenzy? I'm going to play just Sky Sage, because that way, if I play into Death Frenzy, at least I draw a card, which I don't mind. Seems like Grizzly. That's interesting. Well, I guess I can Arrow Storm Grizzly. Kind of just want to ambush her, though. I think we're going to ambush her. Reveal the Storm. So we get in for 6, taking him to 7. Concession. All right, well, opponent concedes. We win the draft. I did like this deck a lot. I thought it played very well for us. Very unusual Teamer deck. Because like I said, I think Teamer is usually base. Probably what? Like, people know this better than I do. I've done all these drafts and I still don't know what the... I know that Mardu's got to be black-white. Because that's like where all the good warriors are. And Sultai would be, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Someone knows what all the base colors are for all the clans. I mean, I know what the base 3 colors are. I'm talking about like the foundational 2 colors of each one. But I don't think Teamer is blue-red. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, though. I think green's got to be in there somewhere. But anyway, it's got to be like red, maybe just red-green, because they're the ones that have all the ferocious. Blue doesn't have... No, it does, though, because it's Stubborn Denial. I don't know. It's probably red-green is the base colors of Teamer. That would make sense. Anyway, the point. Deck turned out well. We tempoed very well. We had some favorable matchups. Good draws. Really didn't have to mulligan more than once or twice, maybe. I think we had a mulligan once. So just consistent, powerful, good tempo deck. Played well for us. The next draft will be an 8-4 because of the victory. So we'll see for that one.